Hey there, and welcome to MTG The Journey. We are looking today at the Born of the Gods complete spoiler. So all of the cards are now out there for everybody to see. Some of the new ones are not exactly overwhelming, but we'll see as we go along how some of them turned out. Most of them are commons and uncommons. You have the Acheron Phalanx here, which is Vigilance. 2 in red, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. This Acheron Skyguard here. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Acheron Skyguard, put a +1/+1 counter on Acheron Skyguard. This one here, the Elite Skirmisher, lets you target him, and you may tap a target creature when you target him with a spell. So, heroic ability there. We have Afar's Radiance, which is an enchantment. Enchanted creature has 1 in white, and you gain 3 life. This one is seems pretty good. Exile target tapped creature, 3 in a white. So as long as it's tapped, you can get rid of it. Kind of punishes people for playing the inspired. We have Ghostblade Eidolon here, which we haven't talked about. 5 in a 1 gives a creature double strike and +1/+1. So a 3 and 1 for a double strike 1/1 that you can bestow onto another creature. So this Great Heart here is new. Seems like just a vanilla 3/1 for 2/4. Not too bad. Griffin Dreamfinder here. When Griffin Dreamfinder enters the battlefield, return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. For a 1/4 flyer. Hold at bay. Prevent the next 7 damage that would be dealt to target creature or player this turn. This seems pretty good. Mortal's Ardor. Target creature gains +1/+1 and gains lifelink until end of turn. Not too bad for 1. This Ornitharch here, flying, has a tribute of 2. When it enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, put 2 1/1 white bird creatures with flying onto the battlefield. Seems pretty good. You have to pardon me this morning, I am a little bit sick. This Chorus of the Tides here is new. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Chorus of the Tides, scry 1. This Deepwater Hypnotist. Whenever Deepwater Hypnotist becomes untapped, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-0 until end of turn. This new version of Divination here. We have Eternity Snare, which is enchanted creature. When Eternity Snare enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature does not untap during its controller's untap phase. Enchanted creature has 1 in blue. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his library into their graveyard. A mill enabler here, Evanescent Intellect. Flitterstep Eidolon is a bestow creature. It can't be blocked, and target creature gets +1/+1 and can't be blocked. So, seen all these. Oracle's Insight here is new. Enchanted creature has scry 1 and draw a card. Seems really nice for an uncommon here. Retraction Helix. Until end of turn, target creature gains return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. And this one here, Siren of the Fanged Coast. It's flying and tribute ability here. Whenever Siren of the Fanged Coast enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, gain control of target creature. This is not until end of turn, by the way. This is gain control of target creature, period. So that's pretty good. Sphinx's Disciple here. It has flying, and whenever it becomes untapped, you draw a card. So it's a 2/2 for 5 flyer, and you draw a card when it becomes untapped. So that seems pretty good. We have Stratus Walk here. Whenever Stratus Walk enters the battlefield, draw a card. The enchanted creature has flying, and an enchanted creature can only block creatures with flying for 2. This seems like it's going to get abused a lot. This archetype of finality here, 4 black Gorgon. Creatures you control have Death Touch, and creatures your opponents control lose Death Touch and can't have or gain Death Touch. This seems pretty good. I like it. Asphyxiate for 3. Destroy target untapped creature. Seems like another version of Hero's Downfall, but not as good. This Claim of Erebos. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has 1 in black, and tap. Target player loses 2 life. Seems pretty good. Do get a inspired trigger there. Seen all these. Forsaken Drifters here is new. It's a new zombie, 4/2 for 4. Whenever it dies, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. Seems like it could be a decent dredge card, probably. So, it's not too bad. Grizzly Transformation here. Whenever Grizzly Transformation enters the battlefield, draw a card. An enchanted creature has Intimidate. We see Necrobite yet again. Target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn, regenerated. Seems really good. And now Odanos River Trawler here. When Odanos River Trawler enters the battlefield, return target enchantment creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and you can sacrifice it and return target enchantment creature from your graveyard to your hand. So, you can do it twice. Not too bad though. This Sanguimancy, you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is your devotion to black. This is one of the ones that I figured was coming. Card draw for life. Beautiful. I love it. Black is going to abuse the crap out of this card. It's a Sphinx's Rev that loses you life, so it seems really good. This Weight of the Underworld here. Enchanted creature gets -3, -2 for 4. Seems really good here too. And the War Chanter of Mogus is a Minotaur, and it has an inspired ability. Whenever it becomes untapped, target creature you control gains Intimidate until end of turn. So you're going to want to try to get that guy untapped before your combat step, probably. So you're going to either swing with it or, you know, it'll do its job. This Archetype of Aggression here. Creatures you control have Trample, and creatures your opponents control lose Trample and can't have or gain Trample. So pretty self-explanatory there because of the it's red, so you figure it's going to have the haste or trample abilities. So, Bolt of Kuranos here deals 3 damage to target creature or player, scry 1. When this was first foiled, I actually mistyped it, and it looked like it was 3 to target creature and or player, which would have been really nasty for 3. We have a Cyclops of One-Eyed Pass here, 5/2. That eye gouge makes a little bit more sense seeing a couple of these guys. Nothing really too new so far here. Kragma Butcher here. It's a Minotaur. Whenever Kragma Butcher becomes untapped, it gets +2/+0 till end of turn. Lightning Volley. Until end of turn, creatures you control gain this creature deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Tapped. Reckless Reveler. 2/2 2/1. Sacrifice it, destroy target artifact. Seems pretty good. See, this one here is Pinnacle of Rage. Deals 3 damage to each of 2 target creatures and or players. Seems really nasty. Scouring Sands deals 1 damage to each creature your opponents control and scry 1. Good against the low toughness decks here. Stormcaller of Kuranos here. Haste and 1 blue, scry 1. So it seems like they're aiming this at an is it type ability here, or deck. And we're on to green here. Charging Badger, it's new. It's a 1/1 for 1 trample. We have oh man, I'm sorry about that. We have Karametra's Favor here. When Karametra's Favor enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature has add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool by tapping it. Mischief and Mayhem, I think we've seen, but didn't see the art for it. Up to 2 target creatures each get 4/4 until end of turn. Mortal Resolve. Target creature gets 1/1 and gains indestructibility until end of turn. Seems really nice for 2. We have Noble Quarry, a unicorn. It's a 3-costed 1/1 that you can bestow for 6. All creatures able to block Noble Quarry or enchanted creature do so. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. Fairy Span Tromper here. Inspired. Whenever it becomes untapped, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So you swing away with this little guy and he becomes bigger every time he untaps. We have Satyr Wayfinder here. Whenever he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them into your hand and put the rest into your graveyard. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Hunts for land for you. Setessan Oathsworn. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Setessan Oathsworn, put 2 1/1 counters on Setessan Oathsworn. Setessan Starbreaker here. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target aura. Seems really good for a common. Snake of the Golden Grove here. Tribute 3. So it's either going to come out with 3 counters on it, or you gain 4 life. And Swordwise Centaur is here. It's a vanilla 2/2 for 3. Or 3/2, I'm sorry, for 2. Seems really cool. And we didn't really get anything else in the multicolored department. All of these are the same ones that they were, except for Siren to the Silent Song here, which is not too bad. Gorgon's Head, equipped creature has Death Touch. Equipment is 2, and 1 is the casting cost. So this seems really nice. Seems like a poison vial that you can keep reusing. See, we've seen all these. Siren Songwire. Equipped creature has 2, tap target creature. So there's a Inspired Enabler. And just the 3 lands. So I'm not really sure if we're just not going to see lands in these decks, or in these card packs, I mean, or whether every card pack is going to have one of these temples in it. So seems a little crazy that we would get a rare or 2 rares in each pack, but there literally is no more lands. So we'll see what happens here. But this has been Chuck with MTG The Journey. I apologize for my sickness today, and hope you enjoyed at least the few spoilers that we were able to go over. Thank you very much, and hope you have a great day today.